There we go, there we go. Put that over there. Go back to the Discord. Alrighty. Welcome in, everybody. Maybe welcome in. I don't know what's happening here. Why did it ping twice? Does it always ping twice? That's weird. Whatever. As long as we're going, which I think we're going. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Okay. Welcome back. It is Friday. We are. Hold on a second. What's going on here? Why is it so loud? Is that worse or is that better? Is that worse or better? Hold on. That might be louder. I think that's louder. Hold on a second here. That's much worse. That's much, much worse. Okay, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. Hopefully. There we go. I want to hit about 6. I want to be hitting 6, and I'm hitting like -30, so we'll try that. If I'm too quiet, please let me know. We're going to give that a go. My speakers have just like broken in the last 2 days. So we will see how that goes. Moniker, hello, hello, welcome in. Fiddling with the microphone. We'll see how that works. How are you today? Music is going to be dead today because I keep getting flagged for copyright, even though I am paying for a subscription thing. It's not supposed to do that, so I think we're just gonna stop doing that, and we'll have to find a new mode of sweet music. So today's just gonna be a chill, quiet stream, and I ask people bring their own music. Then again, I think YouTube has a... YouTube Music might have a thing. So I might have to look into that. But otherwise, we're just going to hang out and draw some rugbies. John, welcome in. Not late this time now. I was a little late today. How's the eye? It's doing pretty good. It's doing a lot better than it was, which I'm excited for. It's a little funny, but it's every day it seems less and less apparent. But I still have a little bit of a blind spot, but I'm able to drive again, and drawing does not give me headaches anymore. So I think we're back to business as usual, and we'll see how it goes. I just have to. I'm in a prime healing time, so I just have to kind of see how things go over the next couple of months, and hopefully it just keeps getting better instead of worse. Yeah. How are you guys doing today? Hope everybody's doing well. It is Friday, which is exciting. Everyone had a happy Halloween this week, I hope. Got some commissions to work on today, but today we're just going to do the viewer suggestions, so no biggie. Things been okay. Good to hear. Wednesday was kind of a slow day. We didn't have a lot of suggestions this week. I'm not sure if that's because people just didn't see the stream suggestions because I posted something else that I normally post. So if you haven't suggested anything this week, please let me know. Yeah, we might actually finish all of them this week, which would be a first in a long, long, long time. We are doing Movember. I think it's Movember. Play some board games, chilled. Nice. We are doing the Movember, so super chats and membership subscriptions will get tiny cows drawn that we're just going to leave on the page. See if we can fill up the page with cows. That's the idea. Draw some more little rugbies here. Druid, welcome in.
Hello.
Drawing a tall bee today.
Is that what he's called?
Whenever he's standing up, yep. I like to think that he's got like compound spider legs under his. He can just kind of battering ram. Is that the guy's name from He-Man? The guy that can extend his legs forever.
Oh, I have no idea.
Devil Owl. Is that your suggestion this week? I hope people did enjoy the devil video. I tried to purposefully cause some contention with memes, and nobody seemed to care. So I'm happy that the devil demon debate is no longer a hot topic. But I was watching a Halloween video and thought D&D and Pathfinder don't have a puppet or a marionette controlled PC class. I was thinking that'd be cool. They do, actually, the poppet. It's called a poppet. Oh, a controller. No, okay. Yeah. They might not. I think the mesmerist had something. Is it the mesmerist? No.
In 1E?
In 1E, yeah.
I'm not sure.
There was one of the psychic classes that like controlled spirits and you could put them in little dolls, I think. I might be thinking of something different. Devil's rules, demons rule. Put it in the comments. Get in the comments. We hit 10,000 subscribers this week, so that's really exciting. Thank you, everybody who has been a subscriber, long-term or short-term. Yeah. That's all I got. That's all I got this week.
Well, come on, Internet. You can do it. There we go.
Draw some more poofy owls.
By which you mean an owl?
Yep, just normal owl. Normal ass owl. We'll give it some horns because I like giving horns to owls. I think it's interesting. I don't know why I made him so grumpy looking.
He's just one of those demon-y old man owls.
Boop.
Get off my lawn.
This is my rugby. I'm gonna eat him later. Saw a FNAF movie and I was a fan of the Puppet Master series, so I was thinking a class that could create temporary golems animated would be cool. Yeah, you could do that. I definitely think you could, especially if you do like a Swarm Keeper. I think maybe that's what it was. We've done a Swarm Keeper with puppets. That was a fun idea.
Yeah. Or, I mean, you can flavor the Artificer that way as well.
Same thing with Basically, the way summon monster or summon creature works, you're summoning 3 small creatures. You could just make them puppets. That would be pretty dope. And then just roll it like the necromancer would. And instead of taking skeletal summon, you just take like ventriloquism. Just rename it. But that would be fun. The puppet master.
I have been surprised that there isn't like a bard subclass
for ventriloquism.
For like ventriloquism or marionette, where you basically find familiar, but it is just your puppet.
That would be fun. Hi, Brian. Yep, we were talking about puppets. John was saying they were surprised there's not a puppet master build. I don't think you could do it. I think you could do it with pretty much any of the summoner classes.
Yeah, just got to reflavor it a little bit.
You could essentially build your Eidolon as a ventriloquist dummy, because you can pick whatever they look like. They're just weird spirit creatures. Which I guess is a little different than, say having an actual puppet.
Mm-hmm.
But that goes back to the whole toy maker debate. Like, is the doll the thing, or is it just the guy? If you don't know what I'm talking about with Batman, like, that's kind of always I think it's the toy maker. Who's the guy with the puppet? Maybe not. Babyface? Scarface? Something like that?
It's Scarface, I think.
The puppet with the scarf on his eye. You're never really sure if it's him or Could be a cursed doll. No one knows.
If the ventriloquist has a nasty multiple personality disorder.
Scarface. Okay. Yep. Confirmation. Right, there's my rugby. He's a happy boy today. Can I destroy the Pathfinder room? Can I remodel the guild hall?
Oh, sure.
Okay. I want to move the stairs. I have an idea.
Fine with me. I haven't touched. Like, I've been meaning to refine that map and haven't touched it.
That might be something people are interested in, seeing how we build in Foundry a little later. Okay, so for those of you who are new, who have not been here before, we are doing the viewer suggestion today. This is just my warm-up. This is Rugby, our little goblin friend. And after this, which I'm just about done, we will start drawing the things that have been suggested by the community. Or if you have a character suggestion you'd like to add, we can add it now. We roll some dice. The dice gods decides which one we draw. And then we go from there. So that's what we will be doing. One of these days, Druid, you're just going to have to make like a bug rugby.
A bugby?
Yeah. I don't know why he would have fur at the bottom. Maybe it's just cricket legs.
I like to think that if Rugby does get polymorphed, he maintains his pentagonal head, no matter what. Like the bugbear rug just continuously shapes whatever it covers into the rugby shape, and then the extremities are the only thing that seriously change.
I guess now that I'm looking at it, like, that just makes Invader Zim make more sense again. Grr. What's the G stand for? I don't know. Human Rugby is just a weird little man. The bugbear mask would at least fit him for once. Just a naked man with a bugbear. Mothbee. There we go. Oh yeah, like the big old poofy face mandible things.
Yeah.
Ooh, that makes it way creepier. I like the tiny ones.
Rugby, when did you become the fly?
Always have been. Alright, let's set up a poll. Set up a poll so people can vote on the pen color. What if instead of the dice we let people vote on what we draw next? That'd be interesting. I feel like that's less good, but...
I agree. That seems like a lot of work and not thematically appropriate.
Yeah. Ah, D&D, where people's choices just dick around till people get angry and leave. 9. I rolled a 9. Alright, let's see what we're drawing today. An emerald dragonborn bard that bends light with their scales to cast illusory magic to enhance their performances. Alright. Emerald dragonborn. Let's see what emerald dragons look like. Generic ass dragons, but kind of shiny. Alright, I dig it. Since this is the first one, I'll go with green just because. Got me thinking bugs now. Bugby also looks like a Furby. They got his legs shaved. Gross.
Like I'm not going to judge what you did to your Furby, but shouldn't have done that.
But you shouldn't have done that. I'm not going to call the cops or nothing, but you shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
I found a good picture with some pretty cool looking horns. I've made a kobold again. I'm going to try real small. I'm going to draw real small, and then I'm going to get bigger. That's my plan. That's my new plan. My new mode of attack.
Thumbnail. Woo!
Yep, we're going to start doing some thumbnails. I guess I could let people vote on thumbnails. That could be fun.
Yeah. That could work.
This one's got multiple arms because I've got bugs on the brain.
Not my fault. I blame the person who commissioned Rook to draw what he's currently drawing.
I'm trying to bug for a commission. The Star vs. the Forces of Evil had the humans, I think they're called.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they're star butterflies, the main character, and like their whole race of people is butterfly people, which is awesome. So that's not really true, but I don't want to spoil the show, so that's what I'm going to say. It's a really cool aesthetic and a concept that I really like. That I don't think it's touched on a lot. Like for Fae, basically just being giant butterflies.
Yeah. But also, can I say, ooh, damn, am I glad that I just had puberty and didn't have to worry about muberty.
Yep. What if the magic ravages your body? I don't know how to draw dragons anymore. Just draw a big old Chad dragon. I don't know why he's got two noses. Okay. My brain is not ready for dragon skulls yet, apparently. So let's go real big brush. And just start blasting some shapes in here. That's much better. I like that more already. How are we going to show off this guy being a bard? They also had a race of just pony heads. That's right, literal pony heads. That show was wild.
I try so hard to forget Ponyhead.
Make him stylish. That has so many meanings. So many options. I was thinking about it the other day. What I'm doing right now, like kind of the way you paint, reminds me a lot of 3D modeling in like Blender and ZBrush.
Yeah.
It's just like big shape and then refine, big shape, refine, big shape,
Yep.
refine. It's just like Druid is basically sculpting nonstop.
It's just the way my brain works.
Yep. I was struggling the other day to really get a body shape for that bug, and I was like, I got to do silhouettes first. I got to do just start painting in shape and form to try to get like the multiple limbs. And I'm like, you know what? This is kind of fun. So I might start doing it more.
I've been meaning to pick up Blender.
It's garbage. I hate it. I hate it so much.
I know, we've had this conversation before.
Monsters were
But
interesting.
it's-
Pony heads were just a lot. Yeah, monsters were interesting.
Yeah. I like Buffrog.
Buff Frog is pretty good. So the thing I'm getting with Emerald Dragons is that they're very smooth. Like even though it's a gemstone, everything is kind of faceted in a way that it just kind of rolls along. Tired to mention it was just a mall. Yeah, the sloth people. It was a fun show. They did a good job.
Yeah. It made me laugh a lot. And consistently. What is under your rug? I don't know, but I do know one thing. You must never, never, never step on it.
They did a whole episode where the main kid, like, they had a weird time dilation thing.
Yeah.
And they came back and they're like, you have a baby brother, and now you have to take care of him at school. And everybody thought that they had a kid, and it's just like, this is weird. This is a weird premise, but I'm kind of here for it. Okay, now that the stream has started, I'm gonna try something. Yeah, we got some tavern music going on. All right. We'll see how that do. I binge watched the whole series when I was sick. Get my spirits up. Yeah, it's a good call. What do you think? I need to look up bard clothes real quick. I'm just not. My brain's not awake today. Oh my god, that emerald dragon looks amazing. That's from the 5e, really? Okay, I'm gonna post this because it looks great. It's very bland, but I just think it's great. I forgot, it's a gem dragon, so it's got to have some floaty bits.
Yeah, there is not a lot to it.
Very smooth. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Okay, we'll do that. Drapey, puffy sleeves.
My neighbor's dog is losing its mind.
It's not good. So I know everybody's out there playing Baldur's Gate right now and having fun. I'm just over here wanting to play Mini Motorways more.
I haven't seen anybody play that game in a while.
I know, that's what I'm saying. How did this work? Okay. Shirt. Vest. Oh, the guitar, though. The guitar will cover most of that up. Does the length of a guitar string change the resonance? Is a bass guitar because the strings are longer, or because they're just tuned different?
I think it's because they're tuned different. Thicker strings usually have deeper resonance.
Is the thickness, not the length? Because like length will change the tone. I know that, or not the tone, but the note.
Yeah, and how tight something is also affects it.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Because if it's longer, you can just hit a lower register. Wow. But then you'd have to tension it up.
Yeah.
I guess you can also, like, that's the difference between like a bass fiddle and a regular fiddle. Is just there's, it's the same thing. It's just slightly bigger.
Yeah. A violin and a viola are basically the same.
Built the same, but size variation.
Yeah. It's the biggest determiner is I believe the thickness of the string, and then how taut it is, and then probably how long it is. There does seem to be some correlation that like the deeper notes are longer as well. Although I wonder if that has something to do with the longer wavelength.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like the notes can register different because they are longer, so they will just be inherently deeper.
Yeah.
Which is why, like, if you have you can get an alto, ukulele or a. Oh man, which one is it? I think that's the bigger one. I think the alto is the bigger one. Yeah, man, my music information is not great. Only amethysts have floaty bits. Only amethysts have floaty bits, but what about this green one I'm looking at? It's got floaty bits.
Rook is literally looking at an emerald dragon it's smooth like a dragon that's been shaved or deprived of all of its scales and horns, and then just has a couple of floaty horns around it.
Checkmate.
We're literally looking at a waxed dragon.
Oh, OKSDM, I think, hit their follower goal in the Kickstarter.
Hey, that's cool.
So they're gonna do I think the one of my images got used for the horror picture. That was a Konrasu I drew a long while ago, and I was like, yeah, I might redraw that just for fun. So we might do more Konrasu art. Because the Konrasu are great.
They are. They're very cool.
It's like a Steven Universe corrupted gem. Do they have floaty bits? I thought they were cracked. What a weird universe. For the gems, I mean.
Yeah.
Only one of you can repair us. Oh. Dangerous.
I had a really hard time with Steven Universe because it was like
I really liked it.
it either felt like really childish to me, especially early on, or was entirely about
like wrecked
trauma.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah, most of that show is about trauma and coping, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm glad that it exists. Because I think that
I think that was my biggest complaint about it, which I love that series. I've watched it a few times, but like my biggest complaint about it is kind of I don't want to say the back and forth between those two dichotomies, but like the filler that they put in there just is so nonsensical and so non sequitur that it's just it's jarring. It's like, please get back to the part where we're trying to deal with something. And some of the filler is great, like some of the backstories for the gems and stuff. But like, there's a lot of people in town that I just don't care about. It's like, we don't need this. We don't need this right now. So I feel like some of them
have to be liked by the popular kids.
Yeah. Gem dragon scales are very small, giving them a plastic or ceramic look. The amethysts don't have attached horns; they have psionic-held scales, resembling horns and crests. I thought all the gem dragons were psychic. Is that not the case? I thought that was the whole thing. Majority of the time, some issues with the network interfering a lot. That would make sense. Boom, 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 boom. I should just like go off the deep end and like start playing
In what regard?
Lord of the Rings music or something. Just like, if I'm gonna get dinged for copyright, just, you know,
just go whole hog.
Go whole hog, yeah. Give Peter Jackson the finger and just.
You're gonna fuck me anyway. I might as well make it worth it.
Yeah. Wintergotten, the Marble Machine guy, released a whole thing for like streamers, but there's a weird stipulation on it where like you can't copyright claim other people. It's like, okay, I get that, because then like it might tag other people with the same music. But then that also like there's a lot of weird little caveats with that I'm not sure how actually work. So I don't want to fiddle with it. Psionics are like kryptonite to the WotC, so yeah. It's just it's a secondary thought.
Yep. You know what? Paizo has not done much better with psionics, in my opinion.
We've talked a little bit about that before. Really, it just needs to be its own. It just needs to be its own. The two different issues they have are it needs to be its own damage type, and they just need to kind of errata some of the things. Like if you're doing like trauma damage, like telekinesis damage, force damage, that's already in play for a lot of spells. Done.
Yep.
Like that's fine. But then it's like, no, I want to like melt this guy's brain. It's like, cool, that's fine. That probably won't work on undead or constructs or things like that. So they just need to stipulate that, and then I think psychic damage is fine. But beyond that, people want basically more cantrip casters, and I think they just need more. They need more psychic type cantrips, and that would be fine. Because psychic fireball is just a fireball. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, but
it's
it's
totally
psychic.
fine. It's called pyrokinesis. It's been around for a while. Have you seen my bear tibbers? Kaboosh! So good. Psychic attack is just flavor. Yeah. All magic is psychic. Like.
Or psychic is just magic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all flavor.
I was thinking specifically about 1E's, because 1E had a bunch of alternate rule sets for psionic classes.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of different psionic feats and stuff, and I never really played with them because I think I came to it just a little bit too late. But I think in 1E, I do think they handled it better than WotC.
They had
But,
more time. Yeah, they definitely because they built out. Sorry, I shouldn't have interrupted you there. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine.
They built out whole campaigns, like the occult campaigns for that.
Yeah,
Which I think kind of tried to tie in a little bit more of like Arkham Horror into the game. Like I think that was their intent.
I think so as well.
Because they had
And
some options for like sanity and stuff, but
yeah, and everything that I've seen, I think they did a pretty good job. But it was basically a different game at that point.
Yeah, it was.
You could
it was
not.
separate.
Yeah, you could not wrap it into a normal campaign.
I tried a few times, and it never felt quite right because it does feel a little off. So and maybe it just needs to be a different thing. It's the same thing with like laser guns and stuff. Like, yeah, you can put them in the game, but unless you're just doing that, it feels weird. Telekinetic are 2.5. Most of the powers only affected living beings. If you wanted to attack undead or constructs, you had to use telekinesis or create physical attacks. Yeah, I think that makes sense. I think that makes My Hero Academia powers more in depth because some of the abilities I really like. I like the little heart, but it blocks the text, and I can't read the text. I can never read the last word. It's always covered up. Should resist. Yeah. It has detailed definitions, which is just really cool. My Hero Academia is interesting. It's got a little too much crying for me, and I don't mean that like, ooh, emotions. I mean like they pause the episode so often to let somebody just like cry it out. It's like I mean, not read the room. Like we gotta get back to what we were doing. Which I mean, that's kind of indicative of a lot of like Bleach kind of did the same thing.
Yeah.
Where it's just like pause for a second. It's like no, don't pause for a second. Keep going. Stop. What? Oh, crap. So it's not bad. I really like the concept of the show, and I like where it's going. But I kind of stopped like I think season 2 or 3. Because I got so sick of waiting. I'll probably get back into it one of these days. Alright, I think I'm going to stop here. I'm not really sure what else to do with this bad boy. A lot of psychic powers already exist in arcane spells, so it could just be a wizard subclass. That's true. Yeah, you could easily blend arcane into that. But I mean, even with, I think, and I have talked to a few people about this. I think it really is a thing of wanting spells to act a little differently more than anything else. Because yeah, like evocation spells, you could make an argument for psychic. Abjuration spells, the same thing. It's like psychic barriers. It's all there. So it really, I think there's just there's a group of people that want something different from the spell casting than just prepared or spontaneous. And that's fair.
Yeah.
That's a fair criticism. I was looking at running a 1E character in a 2E campaign. I think Corvus and I were talking about it yesterday about like doesn't really work, and I was like, it should. And I started sitting down with it, and I'm like, class features don't exist. You get feats. So if you can convert the class features into feats, that's it, and it should work 1-to-1. And I want to try that. I want to try it really bad. So I might have to run a 1.5 campaign and see what happens. Okay. I think I'm done with this guy. Let's move on to the next one. It feels a little mushy to me. Maybe that's just because he's so smooth. Maybe it's my pen. We'll call that another warm-up. And hopefully the next one we can make a little more
little more choppy. What am I rolling here? D10. 6. A bone devil salesman artificer. He wears a bow tie and sells bones. Tiny outfits to halflings. All right. Maybe I don't know what a bone devil looks like. Because what I had in my mind... Oh boy. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I've seen the drawing of the bone devil you've got in your mind.
What color are we doing? Purple? Do. It's a mine. Nice. Anybody like me to draw a cow? Now's the time. No? No cows? Okay. Bone devil. Bone devil salesman. I think we're gonna have to take some liberties.
I mean, don't we usually?
I'm gonna have to make this a little more. I made this guy as a fun joke shopkeep kind of character for players to interact with, either when they're in hell or something fun. Tall dude gets nervous with halflings. It's a fun tall dude who gets nervous with halflings. Oh, so he doesn't like selling things to halflings? Or he like really wants to sell things to halflings? I really want to sell because he makes suspiciously small outfits for size of halflings. He really wants to sell because he makes suspiciously... I'm confused. I'm confused. I only play 2 characters in Pathfinder, a Kitsune, Fey Sorcerer, and a Human Titan Mauler. Nice. Ads in live chat sucks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. I've set them to the lowest possible option. So there should only be 1 ad every 30 minutes, I think. So possibly 2 ads an hour, depending on how you look at it. If we start getting people to sponsor the episode, I'll just turn the ads off. That's fine. I will do that. What do we have to? What Patreon goal do we have to hit so that I stop having ads on the videos?
Seems like a question for your accountant.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am my accountant, which is not great. Ask Noble Knight Games. Do they not have ads on their live streams? Or you're asking me to have Noble Knight Games sponsor me? Brought to you by Noble Knight. Will Merlin ever find his bewildered? Is it the same company? Is Noble Knight Games the same people that do the Noble Knight? I assume it is.
No idea.
They already run ads on this stream, so ask them to sponsor you. Interesting.
This one's gonna get real weird real fast. Just heads up.
Oh god.
Did you look over?
I did. It's fine. If I don't acknowledge it, it'll be fine. I just don't look at it.
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all.
What was the prompt?
A bone devil salesman that sells tiny clothes, which is kind of creepy.
Oh yeah.
So I went as creepy as possible. There might be a little bit of it clown in here. I was watching an art video yesterday about like, how do you get more detail in your artwork? And the guy was like, don't draw it. And I was like, what? What the fuck are you talking about? It's just like, negative space is how you get more detail in your artwork. And I was like, that's stupid. And then I started looking at it and I was like, god damn it, he's right. So, which is really hard to do when you're doing pencil sketching because
Yeah.
because you can only draw thin lines. So a lot of how you add more detail is by filling in spaces to create white space. And it's like, God, that's really cool. It's really cool, and I like it. But it hurt my brain for a minute. Personality aside, you're doing really good. A gnome cavalier riding a two-headed bull. Do you want me to draw the two-headed bull or the gnome? The gnome's small. We can probably make it work. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Also, you get... Oh, okay. You know what? I was going to say we'll draw you a tiny cow, but since you're doing the super chat, we'll add the cow in for free for the two-headed bull. That'll be the tiny cow. We'll draw a tiny cow with a cavalier on top. So this guy's supposed to be nervous? I don't understand the grift. He's scared of halflings, and so that's his main sales demographic? I don't know if there's a joke or something in there that I don't get, so I will just keep drawing creepy clown. I think he's intimidated.
I didn't get it either.
I think he's intimidated by them and sells them clothes to pacify them, just a guess. Please don't eat me here, I sell you clothes. The Bone Devil is scary looking, but is attracted to halflings. Like a preference. So they get very excited when they enter his shop, but looks horrifying when they get excited. Oh, okay. He's a salesman. Should he have clothes on? That seems appropriate.
Yeah. especially for somebody who sells clothes.
Yeah. We'll give him a little vest. How's that? Give him a little vest. And cover up these bones that I just drew, which I think look great. Oh well. It's like going to a cat cafe and enjoying the presence of cats. It's totally optional if you want them to have clothes on or not. That's a hard one. You think he would... maybe I want to do that. Hold on a second. I think his wings have to, like... We gotta get the wings in there. Creepy, creepy bug wings. I tried to get Twitch up and running again so we could stream on both this and Twitch, but for some reason whenever I try to run Aggie into the Twitch stream it just doesn't open. I don't know why that is. I don't know if Twitch is blocking it or Aggie's blocking it, or OBS can only have one instance of Aggie running at a time, but it does not work. So no Aggie dual streams. I'm glad Japanese foxes still exist. They used to be thought of as yokai and killed on sight. Ooh. To be fair, that's kind of how wolves happened too.
Yeah.
So it's definitely good that they're still around. But not an uncommon practice for people to just wipe things out, which is unfortunate. Oh, hello. Welcome to my shop. Why aren't you wearing pants?
So that you can buy them.
Oh, I don't. What's the drug dealer thing? You don't try your own product?
Yeah.
I just sell to the rubes. The chronically clothed.
I'm gonna use that one. In this business, we're pushers, not users.
I was trying to give him some nice pants, but I don't have good ideas in my head right now. Looks like a mummy now. I made him too bony. Too much bone, not enough devil. I love everything about this. Give him some scissors. Scissors and some bobbins.
Terrifying. Is he married to a tooth fairy?
Ooh, that would be. Is the Bone Devil the upgraded Tooth Fairy? I can't remember. Or is it the Bone Fairy?
The bone fairy is the upgraded tooth fairy.
But that's not a Bone Devil.
No. Not that they... I mean, they look fairly similar if I'm remembering correctly.
It is Friday. I've drunk my glass of water. I'm going to have some Pepsi. I'll treat myself. In celebration, 10,000 subscribers. Get a glass of Pepsi. This is where my
I'm
life
not
is
sleeping
now.
tonight.
Yeah, Lars is coming to town, so I'll probably going to stay up pretty late anyway, so I think I can handle it today. We'll hope.
Fair enough.
I think there's my Bone Devil.
And I'm done with my moth.
Nice. I'm going to draw a cavalier on a cow. I'm actually really surprised that the channel members have ads still. That seems bizarre to me. I might email YouTube about that. Because if I can make it so that the members don't have to watch ads, like that feels like bare minimum. No idea. No idea. Well, if you wish to use this in a game, you can have his assistant be imp red-skinned. Reskinned. Okay, imp reskinned or small bone devils. That would be pretty funny, yeah.
Alright, what dice am I rolling?
Alright, so I have a new idea. I want you to roll a d10. And if it's a
Okay.
10, we let the chat decide.
Okay.
So that's how we'll make... From now on, crits will always divert? That's not the right word.
To the chat.
6.
Ice Devil Monk using icicles growing alongside their arms and legs to do piercing and cold damage. Very cold. Nice to see you in the comments, Rook. Touche.
I guess I did do a devil video, so that makes sense. All these devils.
The thing that's funny though is, aren't ice devils the bug ones?
They are. Yep. Bone devils
Cool,
are the
fun.
ones that I would expect to be ice devils, and ice devils are what I would think demons look like. So it's all kinds of weird. Is what it is.
I don't like what I've done here. I've basically turned the Donnie Darko bunny into a clown.
Okay, one more time for me. Ice devil.
Ice
monk?
devil monk with like ice sickle damage from their arms and legs. A spiny ice devil.
Okay.
Welcome.
Did we lose Bri again? I think Bri has jumped in and said hi like 2 or 3 times and then just vanished. Very strange. Bri, if you're listening, I hope you're doing alright. Oliver, hello. My friends may meet my father tomorrow. It's going to be rough. Oh, I hope it goes well. Alright, I'm going to call that one there. Here we go. 5. A Griffin Aarakocra. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Okay, I'm going to save that. That's the next one we'll do. I have to draw a Cavalier first. We're going to do this one in purple, and then we'll do the next one in red. Ice Devils are kind of like Thri-kreen drawn by H.R. Geiger. Yeah. What was this? Just a Gnome Cavalier. Okay. Oh, I gotta get my Pepsi. Hold on. Let's do this. Well, that's depressing. I bought a 2-liter of Pepsi because I don't drink it very often, and it's empty.
Uh-oh.
Someone's been drinking my soda.
There's the cat.
We're just fine. Yeah, kidney stones, no fun.
I blame the cat.
Could be the cat. Oh, that's super flat. Cool. All right. Yeah, I mean, the interesting thing about meeting people's parents, at least in my experience, is like, don't expect them to be people they're not. If your friends are quiet, don't make them talk to your dad. Gnome. Gnome. Bloop. Or if I can get away with eating my gummy cola bottles. Ooh, that sounds good. Oh, I do have a bunch of candy. I should not eat it, though.
I still have candy from last year's Halloween that I never ate. And I had a moment where I was like, I'll just use that again this year. And I was like, no, that's stupid. I gotta buy new candy, so I did. And now I have more candy that didn't get used.
Actually,
Is that what I want to do? Let's do that. I need to get better drawing helmets. Because the helmets I like to draw don't make any sense. Which maybe that's fine. Maybe I just need to accept the fact that the things I draw are nonsensical. But if you're drawing a gnome and then you give him like a dragoon helmet, like no one knows what the hell's going on. It's like, is that a gnome or just like a guy with a big head?
who knows?
Battle cows. I made a pot roast this morning. Now I'm realizing that the rice I wanted to make with it requires the same pot, so I'd have to go. Guess I could just cook the rice on the stove. That would require attention, though, and I don't want attention. These are the problems I have. How am I going to get my rice? I'm going to be honest, this is a weird one. It's a weird one because, one, I'm not good at drawing gnomes, and two, I don't know how to draw a gnome riding a two-headed cow, or how to draw a two-headed cow. This one's just, it's getting away from me real fast.
I think we're going to do this. I think we're going to go wham. We're going to go wham. I does old school race in Toledo, Ohio. He had some racist beliefs and didn't like gays, so a few of my friends pushed his buttons. Never said anything to them, thank goodness. That's good, yeah. I grew up with a lot of older generation people that were just like, yeah, we don't talk about that to them. It's like, okay. Which is sad, but yeah. I definitely know where you're coming from. Hopefully the next generation will be a little more accepting.
Of LGBTQ people, probably. Of things they don't like in general, if the internet is any indication, probably not.
I'm just waiting. Like we're at the point now where like great grandparents listen to Flavor Flav. So I'm excited to see where that goes. What's it?
Who was that? Nick Swartzen? I think it was Nick Swartzen. Your grandma was a bitch-ass hoe.
It's gonna be weird times. I'm liking this much better. Definitely needed that first little sketch to just get the idea out of my head.
Consider myself pretty well-minded. Things that push my buttons is that's fair. I mean, I think that's just like PDA is always kind of unwelcome.
Yeah.
Regardless of the orientation for it. Yeah, there's not a lot of world traveling. the way there used to be, right? Because you can just kind of go places. So it's not like you have to go somewhere for months at a time. So I should really get into it, but I don't know. I barely have enough money to be here, let alone anywhere else. Then again, could move somewhere where American money is worth a lot. And then maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah. It's kind of a toss-up as to whether or not the internet will work there, though.
It's true.
I should in one of those in a place where U.S. currency is worth a lot.
I saw a YouTube short this morning of a guy with a freaking Bitcoin, self-sustaining Bitcoin building. It was just like, it was a YouTube short, so I don't actually have I don't know what was going on, but it's just like, check out my blood, and it's like, you have a Bitcoin shed, like that's your thing. And he's like, it makes $200 a day, and I was like, how much does it cost to run that? Just like blasting a small power generator through it. People are doing their things. You know, you can't besmirch the hustle, but like,
yeah. I thought Bitcoin tanked. I thought cryptocurrencies were
it tanked in the sense that for a short period of time, it's this, right? Like, so this is the energy it costs to produce Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. And when it started out, it was like, this is how much Bitcoin was worth, and then all of a sudden Bitcoin did this, and so there was this huge market of, oh my god, everybody do it. And it is now tanked to the point where it's back down. I guess it's back down here. So it's like, it's on par with it. So it's still worth doing because you're making money as long as you're on, or you're not spending more than you're making. Mm-hmm. But it's not like as lucrative as it was. So at one point in time, you'd pay $5 in energy and make $50,000. It's like, yeah, everybody do this. Everybody do this right now. But now it's much less, because it's leveled off. It's not actively, every time you make a penny, tomorrow it's worth 2 pennies. Now it's just every time you make a penny, tomorrow it's worth a penny. And so it's like, well, okay, now it's just work. It's no longer speculative gambling. I mean, it is. All crypto is, but going around the Mediterranean. Nice. That'll be fun. The payout drops quickly, yeah. But speculators are buying virtual land, hoping that the future more plots are owned. They can sell their plots. Yeah, and that was the big thing with the video cards too. Like, so many people were buying it that all of a sudden people were speculating on video cards as well, and people started gouging prices for video cards. Like, everybody's just trying to make their money where they can. And markets like that are just like gold rushes. I mean, it's essentially what it is. Yeah. It's just a gold rush. Yeah. So it didn't so much tank as just like it didn't become feasible to exploit it is the way it was. But yeah, a little ridiculous. The guy's making money, whatever. I can't besmirch him that, but he essentially just has a shed in the back of his house now that prints money, which is kind of weird. Feels really weird to me.
drawing cows walking is not something I wanted to do today. Moo. I'm just gonna erase the leg. I'm just gonna stop it at the shoulder. He needs like a flag. Thank you. Cavaliers look good. I wanted to dress like they did in 1935, but I'm not old enough to carry it out without looking pompous. I mean, anytime you dress like you're looking in 1935, you're gonna look pompous, I think. Unless you're, 80, 90 years old.
History bounding is becoming more of a thing.
Yeah, gross.
Hello. Anyway, don't let Rook talk you out of it. Wear whatever style, whatever time period you like. And if people think you look like a pretentious ass, I mean, you probably do, but that's okay.
Yeah.
From one pretentious ass to another, wear what makes you happy.
Wear whatever you want. Just be aware the fedora is out of style and it always has been. So, doesn't mean you can't wear it. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Do what you want.
Do what I want.
I do what I want. You don't know me.
I don't know why, but that gave me Bobby Hill.
That's my purse.
I don't know
I don't know you. I saw a short clip yesterday of Hank basically like buying meat from the co-op. Going through like a drug dealer for meat. And it ended with Peggy saying like, if this is what food tastes like, what have we been eating? Just like, that show was great. Like Judd knew what he was doing. I still hate Peggy. Like, she's my least favorite character in that whole show.
I mean, she's kind of designed to be not likable. I think the only full episode of that show I watched was when Peggy had to give the sex talk to the health class. And she really didn't want to do it, and then everybody was like, the whole community was like, "You can't teach this to kids."
That's right. It was like two people, right?
It ended up just being her and Bobby, like, because everybody, every other parent refused to
Sign the permission slip.
sign the permission slip. So Peggy literally ended up just having the sex talk with Bobby.
All right, I think I'm done with this one.
It was at that moment.
You like the
when
fedora? Honestly, like, that's the thing. Like, wear whatever you're gonna wear. I think if you look like a pretentious ass, it's probably because you're a pretentious ass. Like, you can get away with wearing all kinds of stuff and not come off as being weird. So, I have known many people to wear fedoras, to wear like bondage gear in public. There's a wide spectrum of things that you can get away with without being super strange with it.
Yeah. A lot of it is understanding what does and doesn't work for the time and place.
Read the room, yeah. Don't show up to a water park in a suit. Okay, I rolled a 5 earlier, which is a Griffin Aarakocra Bard. Hurdy-gurdy instrument, large coat. So I think we can do that. Isn't a Griffin Aarakocra just a regular Aarakocra?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Except maybe they've got lion footsies.
I think some Aarakocras do, yeah. Oh, no, lion's feet instead of the claws? Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah.
Okay. Commonly referred to as fedora nowadays is a trilby. That is true, yeah. Like, the trilby is the thing that is the more pretentious. Like, the fedora, like, Adam Savage, Indiana Jones, and I wore an actual fedora for a long time. So, now I think I still have one. I technically do. I technically still have one. I still wear it. But I wear it for the same reason that Adam Savage wears it. It's because Indiana Jones wore one. And Indiana Jones is cool. So, who knows? Who knows? Red was the color we were going to do. I forgot about the trilby. Yeah, the trilby is a weird hat. I would like this hat to be as least hat as possible.
There have been weirder hats.
Oh, absolutely.
Just none of them survive in modern fashion.
What's the? I'm a big fan of like the deer hunter hat. Is that what it's called? The one with the flaps.
Yeah, the
Deerstalker.
Deerstalker, yeah.
Deerstalker, the
I like the poofy ones. The ones that are like really, really puffy. I also wear a lot of beanies. Beanies and togs.
the only hat that I look okay in is a newsy cap.
That's unfortunate. I have one of those too. I wore that for a little bit. I stole it from an old guy. Straw pork pot hat is reference to as a boater. Yeah. You shunk? Maybe. I think maybe I am. That's the like furry ear flapped hat, right? Like the Russian hat. Russian tank driver hat. Those are great. I want one. What was I drawing? Oh yeah, Eric Coker. Maybe we'll give him a little bit more neck meat, just to like show off that he's a griffin and not a bird. Give him a little bit of a mane. It might look more like a pigeon if I do that too much, though. Just random channel. Hello, welcome in. Nice drawings, thank you. We got Druid drawing an Ice Devil over here, and I'm working on an Aarakocra. Let's try this again. What was it supposed to be? Hurdy-gurdy. Oh, and a large coat. Right. Right. What makes a coat large? And can you get your wings through a large coat? The Balkan states? It's based on the RHE word for usha and ears. But is it one of the big ear flap ones? Hurdy-gurdies are just big boxes, right?
They're a violin with a flywheel in the middle.
Wham. Violin with a flywheel. Yeah, okay. I feel like that's not the hard part. Like, what if a violin that you didn't have to, I guess, bow? But maybe bowing is the hard part.
Well, it's not about a difference in skill. The flywheel hits multiple strings at once, so it gives it a drone in the same way that
that's right.
In the same way that a bagpipes
Gotcha.
drones.
I think if I was doing a commission, I would charge extra for a hurdy-gurdy.
Fair.
Like, same thing with, like, oh, draw me a tuba. It's like, no. I'll give you a horn or a flute. Horn or flute for free. But, like... God damn. Corvus, did Foundry have, did the 1E thing in Foundry, were you able to actually, like, look up skills and stuff? Or did you have to manually input them all?
I think I was able to look up skills.
Okay.
I know I was having issues implementing the hit point stuff.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because it's like when you put in the character in class, or it's like, oh, do you want to use the wizard setup or manual setup? I was like, I don't know, wizard, I guess. And it basically just gave me like an average roll instead of the max.
Okay. Yeah.
HP.
Yeah, so you could take average. So that would make sense.
So I had like 6 HP. I was like, yeah, no, that ain't gonna fly for a Blood Rager.
Well, when you rage, you get you temporary hit points, and you get more hit points when you rage. So, I guess
So
at
you
level
stop
1,
raging and then you die.
Yep, that's what happens. That's how the blood ranger works. You have to get really good at, right before your rage ends, smashing a potion into your face. Just like...
I'm laughing because it's true.
Alexander, hello, welcome in. Brave to make a stream during BlizzCon's opening. I didn't realize BlizzCon was a thing, so whoops. I was talking to my friends.
Who cares?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like last night, I was talking to my friends, and we were like, "Hey, isn't there supposed to be like a new expansion coming out for a while?" And then my friend's like, "I don't know, I'm not going back." And I was like, "Oh, like not this expansion?" He's like, "I'm never going back." I was like, "Okay." Apparently, one of his accounts got banned for no reason, and he was just like, I'm retired. I don't play WoW anymore." And I was like, "Okay, well, there you go." So, and that seems to be the sentiment through all my friends. So I don't know if they're playing any more the Warcraft. And Diablo was okay, but it did not save the drowning ship. So we'll see what happens. I won't spoil it here, but good stuff. Ooh, okay, I'll take a look. I will take a look. We fired all the people that thought microtransactions were a good idea 10 years after people decided that they weren't.
Also, going back to your Foundry question, I also had to add the individual, like, features of a Blood Rager.
Interesting.
So it's like, well, some of them, like, when I added my bloodline, it doesn't give me the first level feature for that bloodline, so I had to go in and like drag it over and add it.
Oh, isn't that normal? Isn't that how you do it normally, or
No.
did you have to add it as like
a second edition one?
a bonus? Okay.
Like, in second edition, you just like it adds all the features that are part of that subclass or whatever.
I was gonna say I think I want to run a campaign this Saturday because I think I have time. And I was just gonna have you play that character with the 2E stuff.
Okay.
And I wanted to look at it with you because I think in 2E you get 1 or 2 more things, but we'll check. If you want to play that character, I think we can work it that way. Alexander, Overwatch 3 confirmed? World of Warcraft 2? Diablo not sucky?
I know there's a new hero for Overwatch 2, a tank.
Oh, no, I don't care about that. They need to revamp that game. They broke it. They broke it real bad.
Or just get rid of it.
I mean, that's kind of...
Kill it all.
Yeah.
Don't bring it back.
When Overwatch came out, it was a lot of fun, and then it just tanked. And I think it was mostly because of they should have learned more from Heroes of the Storm, and they didn't. They just kind of they dropped a ball in my book.
I still think it's hilarious that Overwatch 2 wasn't really Overwatch 2.
Yeah, yeah, it is funny. I don't want to downplay your jovialness of it, but I expected that. We knew that was going to happen a long time ago. And it's more surprising to me that people were surprised that it wasn't. And it's just no, that's what it's going to be. I'm like, all right, well, here we go. Because the problem I had more so with Overwatch 2, because I'm like, okay, if it's just new stuff, that's great. Add more characters, add new maps, try new things. And they're like, what if we just mush everything together and equal it out so everything is no longer unique? And it's and I just uninstalled it. Installed and walked away. I was like, I'm done. New class, new zones in Diablo 4. Big news for WoW side. We're sorry. We're sorry. I like Dragonflight, but it was a whole lot of the same. I really like what they did with Dragonflight's leveling system. They put it back a little bit towards like original WoW, which I think was really smart. But they crapped the economy out. They made the economy basically useless. They tried to add a whole bunch of new like things to make crafting more interesting, which made it worse. The end game grind is exactly the same as it's always been, even though they're like, oh, it's got this new stuff. It's like, it's exactly the same. So, yeah, I don't know. Big stuff on Hearthstone and mobile games. Yeah, I don't care about Hearthstone and mobile games. Not that it's not good. Like, I'm glad that they're talking about it, but not really my jam, so. Well, what's the big news? Because I don't want to look it up. You be the YouTuber for a little while. I haven't played around much myself either. Yeah, WoW was a great way for my friends and I to play together, like when I was in college and stuff. So like that's why I have a big propensity for World of Warcraft. Like lots of nostalgia, lots of fun times. But a lot of my friends like were really into the mythic running, which was fun. But it stopped being a challenge to me, and it was just a numbers game. So I don't think I should spoil here. I mean, I don't care. Go for it.
Yep. No,
if you guys don't want to hear World of Warcraft spoilers, which I don't think many people in this chat really care, come back in 5 minutes. I don't know.
I have not played a AAA game in.
I'm gonna break your heart. Minecraft
Almost
is a
a year.
AAA game.
What was that?
Minecraft is a AAA game now.
Damn it. Never mind. Well, I bought it when it was in beta, so it doesn't count for me.
Saga of the World Soul. Reveal of 3 next expansions as villain. Wait, like they're going to release 3 expansions that are all the same storyline, or they just took 3 expansions and made 1 out of it? Imagine guys, you're welcome in. If you would like to draw with us, you're welcome to. It is something that is open. But if you're also busy, that's totally fine too, and you're welcome to just hang out. Stop playing WoW because during Burning Crusades. Yeah, Burning Crusades was kind of the pinnacle of fun stuff happening and then a bad end game. So they definitely have changed things since then, but the thing that I think frustrated me the most with Dragon Land, whatever the hell it was called, was essentially they removed all of the old expansions from the game, which is in a way of letting people just kind of like jump into Dragonflight was really smart. But for me, like I like leveling progression, and they're like, don't do that anymore. So it was like it's. I think that they had a good idea there with saying, hey, we don't want to make WoW 2, but we want to make something new. I'm fine with that. But there's so much backlog for like people to have. There's an inequality in player skill and like being able to just like ramp up to it. And so there's a lot of negativity towards like anybody trying to play WoW for the first time, that they get shit on by people that why aren't you at peak maximum efficiency already on day 1? And it's just like, because I've never played this before. So there's a little bit of negativity there that I don't like. If you guys are still drawing after I get off work, I guess. Okay, cool. World War II coins. Nice. Lost. Yeah, don't collect that stuff. Story of the World Soul has to be big for one expansion, so they started with the War Within, and then the Midnight, and then the Last Titan. Interesting. Yeah, that's the big thing with WoW is like for me, I could only ever play it with my friends, and so like I'm fine playing it like at an expansion, and then as soon as we hit endgame, there's like a whole bunch of like just weekly grinding, and it's like, I'm good, and I just kind of stop. That's the only way I've been able to play WoW, because I used to play it way too much, and I realized like I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just spinning my wheels, not having fun, just doing things to do things. Oh, they're finally doing the WoW mod thing? Nice. That's what I think they should be doing, but what do I know? Yeah, I liked WoW back in the day with like when you could try to like warlock tank. And I've tanked as a hunter. That was really fun. That was always my way to play WoW, was to just get 2 friends together and see if we could beat the game with 3 people. And you can, for the most part. WoW is not a hard game. Mythic raiding can get really, really fun and challenging, but WoW itself is not a hard game. Used to be more difficult. But... Caca! I will be excited to play WoW again if they fundamentally change the mechanics. If not, I would probably pass on it. But who knows? I skipped Pandaland and then I came back and Pandaland was pretty fun. So maybe I just need more time off. Have you heard of the... No, I have not. I don't know what that is. Sorry for hijacking the stream. No, that's totally fine. I think it's good to bring people in with their like things they're interested in, because otherwise I'll just talk about food. I'll talk about food and random ice devils. Which
And
reminds me,
talk about politics and biology.
those do happen. That do happen.
So, what about ice devils that reminds you?
No, I was just saying we were drawing an ice devil. I can talk
yeah.
about ice devils a bunch because I like them. We do like food, though. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Food is a pretty universal experience.
Which reminds me, I want to get some of my... I probably don't need to eat eat on stream. I should just wait and then eat when I'm done.
Oh, I've been munching carrot sticks.
Yeah, but I have to talk. Nobody wants to hear
Fair.
me. Nobody wants to hear me ASMR pot roast.
That's probably true.
Squawk, squawk, squawk. I think I'm done with this boy. I think I'm done with this bad boy. Tired of playing WoW, and a raid night made me realize I don't want to commit to raiding, and I just want to raid like when I'm feeling into it. Yeah, that was a big thing. We tried it. We had a group of people that actually, like everybody we knew to do raids. It was fun, but like it was always like 2 or 3 people were just super geared up, and the rest of the people were like, I can only play on tonight, and that's it. And it's like it was never felt balanced, and it was a struggle. But it's fun. It's fun when you have challenging things to do with your friends, and that's what I like about WoW. But when that's not happening, it's like I don't want to play this game. And that I'm directly descended from them. Oh, okay. Okay, let's roll some dice. Let's roll some dice. Nope, that was the wrong die. 5. Again. A capybara folk assassin. What color are we doing? Blue? Capybaras. Capybaras are great. You just do this, and then you do this. You got capybara.
They are all rounded squares.
Mm-hmm. Capybara, done. I was the people who could only play it that night, yeah. Used to love playing Web Neverwinter, but they changed it so much that just a cash grab for publishers now. Bummer. The bummer.
That's a lot of stuff nowadays. There's so many IPs that are just like rehashed
Overwatch.
because it's a safe monetizable choice.
Yeah. I loved Overwatch. But they ran into the same folly of hybridization instead of innovation.
Mm-hmm.
That like League and Dota fell into as well. You know how people like playing tanks and healers? What if we had a tank healer? It's like, don't do that. Like, what about DPS tanks? It's like, don't do that. Oh, people are struggling because of the tank healer DPS characters. What if we made a character that was all three? It's like, okay, stop it, or I'm gonna leave. Like, we're going back to our roots and remaking all the characters. It's like, okay, I'm out.
The thing that's, I think, most frustrating to me is that, like, I know for a fact that there are people, there are people on staff who have new, interesting, original ideas and would love to be producing them.
I mean, to be fair, I do want to point out, like, the part of the reason that Overwatch worked so well is because they developed the game for those characters, right? Like every map had something to interact with each character uniquely, and it worked really well. So then adding new characters means you either have to add new maps or retool everything, and that's tough. And I really think they should have spent the time doing that instead of just what they did, which was just like, well, what if we make a Genji healer? It's like, stop it. Okay, I'm struggling to draw a capybara. Capybara assassin, eh? Maybe I'll do something like this. Maybe a little tiny booty. I have to make this a little derpy, right? Like, that's just, it's required.
Oh yeah, it's a capybara. It is 100% required. You're not doing it correctly if you don't.
It looks like he's just taking a toot. It doesn't have to be a capybara. I'm gonna make it a person. Hold on. Oh, I didn't end the... Did I end the... I don't remember if I ended the thing or not, so I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to leave it.
I don't know.
Capybaras.
family members compiled all of them by asking older members about their experiences. Nice. My family tree, I just started looking through that the other day, and like, dead ends. It just stops. One of my great grandmothers apparently had a kid out of wedlock and then got married to somebody else like 2 years later, and there's no information about that other kid or the dad except that he's like my great grandfather. So it's like, great. And I have no idea how to continue that train of thought.
And I'm not sure how to contribute to it.
Yeah, and then there's no way to.
Yeah.
Everybody I know is dead. I am old. And so it goes. Mermans, on the other hand, they got the lineage thing down.
Yeah.
It's really funny. Like a few years back, when one of my family members started the whole like family lineage thing, basically they were like, everybody get your Bibles out, because that's the only place we have records of things, is in the Bibles. And that got us pretty far.
I'm trying to think. My mother helps people with figuring out, genealogy semi-professionally. I'm trying to think what she would have you do.
I mean, I've already done a lot of legwork, so I think I'm just at a dead end. My next step is like calling Tennessee and being like, I need this birth/death record because it's not been digitized yet. Famous ancestors, but only inherited the health problems.
I got an ad.
You did or did not?
Like, well, sort of an ad. It's like YouTube survey.
Oh, weird.
Please rate your ad experience on YouTube recently.
Bad.
Or since the average doesn't really count, I have the same feeling as or meh.
Boop, boop, boop. Let me see. If you're on Discord, I can send you a link on Discord. If you're not on Discord, I don't know. Yeah. Okay. I sent you the link. So you should be able to just join in there and doodle away. I'll move over a little bit.
And I'm almost done, so I'll be on. My next drawing will be smaller.
Corvus, what's your blood rager?
Like their bloodline, or
Are they a chicken man?
they were probably just going to be a human.
Oh, okay.
Boring.
Fucking lame.
You basic bitch.
Man, I love playing humans. So much
I
fun.
mean, you're not wrong.
That free feat, especially in first edition Pathfinder, oof.
It's like, hey, level 1, I'm already specialized.
Yep.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I'm
Thanks for hanging out, Oliver.
I'm really joking, Corvus. That's honestly the choice I would have made too.
Well, I was like, that's fine. Be the first human I've ever played. Period.
Nice.
Because I was looking at the Blood Rager like favorite class bonuses for the different ancestries, and some of them were kind of but the human slash dwarf slash half orc one, which they're all the same,
Yeah.
I think gives you an extra round of your Blood Rage.
Does it give you one full round per level, or is it a quarter of a round per level?
Reading from the page here, increase your Blood Rager's total number of Blood Rage rounds per day by 1.
Okay, so that's really good.
So
Yeah, there's a handful of those.
like fourth things or
Yeah.
1/6. I was like, no, just chill with that stuff.
I think there's like some alchemy ones that gives you like you just get a whole new spell slot every 2 or 3 levels. But it's weird reading it because it's like, oh, you get 1/3 spell slot of your highest level. It's like, what? I get a what now?
Yeah.
You get 1/3 of a spell. It's like, the fuck does 1/3 of a spell mean?
It's like the shop days favorite bonus is add 1/4 to your Blood Rager's effective class level when determining the power of their Blood Rager bloodline powers. I was like, huh?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because I think they do a couple things like that. Like I think the Gunslinger Kenkus, I think, get like 1/4 of an extra grit point, or like 1/3 of an extra grit point. Clerics get like a 1/3 of a channeling. Some of them, it's like the sorcerers and stuff, I think there are ones that just make your DCs like 1/4 or 1/5 point higher, and it's like, that sucks. It's like, it doesn't. At level 5, you get a +1 bonus to spell casting. That's amazing. Like,
And catfolk and elves give 1 foot.
Oh, extra
give you a
movement.
1 foot speed
That's right.
increase while you're blood raging.
That's funny. I want to be on this side of the square. You want what? It says I can be on this side of the square. I'm going to be on this side of the square. Don't take away my 1 foot.
I slide my foot 1 foot closer.
Alright, new roll. What does the 6 get me?
Halfling star cleric with a sling to haul shooting stars.
Did I put haul? I meant to say hurl.
Sure.
I couldn't figure out how to spell it.
Harl! It's like Carl, but... We were talking about that yesterday. I guess we're trying to spell things phonetically, but with an accent.
Yeah.
Used to.
Well, I used to
Of.
could. Of, yep. OVE. Type that into Google sometime and see if it can figure out what the hell you're trying to say. Did you mean oven? I did not mean oven.
Halfling, sling staff. Cleric, was it?
Yes. Of the stars.
Sounds like a what's the word I'm looking for? A Las Vegas show. Cleric of the Stars, Siegfried and Roy. Did one of them get killed by the tiger? I can't remember.
Yes.
Oof. I feel bad now.
No.
If I remember correctly, what happened is,
He had a
they, like-
stroke or something, and then the tiger tried to.
he had a stroke or something, passed out on stage. The tiger was trying to protect him, and went to pick him up as though he were a kitten, and because
jumpy.
because he was weak human with weak human flesh, the tiger fangs tore his jugular and he bled out on stage.
That's sad. That is sad.
It's very sad. Very sad.
Tiger's paralyzed.
Kitty was
Maybe.
trying.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We don't talk about sad stuff. But yeah. I watched a video this morning of a sugar glider. I think it was a sugar glider. Whatever these things are.
Mm-hmm.
One of the big eyes.
Cute little flying squirrel-like things.
Yeah. And it had its babies. It was trying to move its babies from like downstairs to upstairs. And so it like just shoved like half of the baby into its mouth and just looked at the camera like, ah! And the baby's just hanging out like, help me. And it just bounces and flies across the room and comes back for the other one. The other baby's just like, I don't want this. I don't want this. And just into the mouth.
Be glad it was that and not the other thing they occasionally do with their babies.
Why do you have to make it bad again?
Because someone else would probably mention it, and I would rather for you hear it from me first.
All right. Thank you for the warning. Thank you for the warning. It was cute.
Oh, they're super adorable. I'm not denying.
It's the same thing with otters. Oh, otters are so cute. Except when they just are brutally vicious and rape and destroy things. It's like, what? It's like, yeah, otters, not cool. Not cool, man.
They
Like,
are weasels, so
I don't want to work.
They're also an important keystone species. Without them, without their insatiable appetite, the kelp forest in San Francisco literally dies to sea anemones that eat all of the roots off the kelp until they float away and die.
Alexander, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for telling me about the Warcraft stuff. I'll check that out later. It's good info. It's good to know. Yeah. Have fun. Don't run into any river otters on your way home, or wherever. You know, enjoy your weekend. Giant river otters. They're terrifying. Don't pet them. Don't try to pet them. They will eat you.
Yeah.
Measuring Kaiju, sorry you have to work today. I hope your days are going well. I hope you have a fun weekend. Thank you for drawing with us, by the way. I think that's as far as I'm going to get with this capybara. Capybara assassin. Back to work. Yep. That's usually how it goes. It's almost 2 o'clock.
Yep.
We're almost done with this. How many more do we have? 6 more. We might. Oh, wait. I already did that one. 5 more. We might be able to get through these. So yep. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for drawing. Ba-da-da-da-da. Why am I rolling a d20? I don't need a d20. I need a d6.
You just need a D6, bro.
Yep. I did roll a 6. Okay, so chat, pick 1 through 5. We'll put up a poll. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Start Q&A. That's not what I meant to do.
Q&A.
Yeah, my two options are start a Q&A or start a poll. Apparently I can only do 1 through 4, so... Sorry, 5. This didn't work the way I had intended. I'll be right back. 1 second. You guys do that. I'm gonna get a quick drink. We'll be back in 1 second. Be right back.
I had it funny, Jared, though. You said your next drawing was going to be something small, and you rolled the halfling.
Did I say that?
Yeah. You would draw like something, I think,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
just dimensionally wise smaller.
True. The dice gods heard me and decided they would be punny.
Yep.
As they are
By
wont.
giving you my character. A suggestion. I saw all this various sling feats that make the sling a viable weapon in 1E, and it's like, that's cool.
It's so hard to draw a halfling without making it look like a child.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. I blame Tolkien.
Yeah, I remember seeing some of the older D&D art for halflings, and they're just like
Talking about otters.
incredibly tiny people.
Oh, what did I miss?
Just
Not much.
halflings.
I just stated it's really hard to draw a halfling without making it look like a child.
Yeah, because older D&D art of them, they're just like small humans with like slightly pointed ears.
Yeah.
Like no odd proportions, just literally take a human, shrink them down to like 2 feet tall.
Brownies.
Basically, yeah.
So where I grew up, there were lots of beavers. And yeah, they never got run over. I only ever saw one once, and it was at like 3 in the morning when I was driving home. And a beaver walked out into the road and just sat down. And I drove up to it and it just stared at me, like, in disbelief that I was there. And I honked my horn a bunch, and it finally just got up and waddled away. I was like, what's up, stupid beavers? So I assume they just don't like the road.
That might be a fair assumption.
Looks like nobody is interested in the poll, so maybe we'll just call it.
Well, hang on. There. I voted.
Oh no.
That'll ruin it for you.
Yep.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Now he has to care.
You have chosen the land shark lady who can both control and turn into sand.
Cool. So, a bullet lady?
I
Sexy
guess.
bullet.
I guess I have to draw a sexy bullet.
Bullet.
What are you eating? Sorry, I went and got some of the pot roast. Needed some nom noms. Okay. I don't know if there's a way to make a sexy shark. Like, they're just...
Somebody hasn't spent enough time on the internet.
I guess. That's not something I've looked up. I guess what's her name? Mifa? Is that right?
Yep.
She's a shark lady.
Yep.
I kind of hate the Zora design. Because it's literally just, what if people, but sharks on head? And it took me a little bit to realize what was going on, but that's what's going on.
Yeah.
They just slapped a shark on top of their heads. The rest of their design is great, and I think, honestly, it looks cool. So, like, the design's not bad. I just hate that that's what they decided to do with it.
Well, I mean, like, that's really just a design holdover from Ocarina of Time, right?
Is that what they did there, too? Because, like...
Oh, yeah. Do you not remember?
No!
Oh,
I'll have to look it up. I saw Markiplier play a
There's so
game a
much
few
work.
years ago where you date a shark girl, mermaid person. Oh no. So it does exist. It's out there somewhere. Just gotta find it. I just love and hate this design. I guess they don't have ears. It's like the Slowpoke or Slow King design. Like, how did you evolve?
Where does
Yeah.
seashells on its head?
Yeah, it just bites him. Just bites him really good.
Yep.
I guess it is just a shark for a head. All right. Yeah. Because, like, the rest of the body design is great. But it is very much just shark on head. Oh boy. That's not bad. There's something weird about giving fish and stuff legs. To, like, the grung, not the grung, the what are the fish? Yeah, the katoa. Because, like, fish don't have limbs, right?
right.
I'm trying to think of, like, the evolution. They never devolved limbs like whales did. They just don't have them. And so it's a weird step.
Yeah.
King Shark's pretty good.
I think the closest to like limbs I've seen a fish have are like, what are they called? Lobe fins?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
little
coelacanths?
pectorals. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's fair. Those did eventually turn into feet, so that's just feels weird to me. I think King Shark is probably one of the better. Like, it's got that street shark vibe to it, where it's just
Street shark.
because, like, so you have shark, right? You have shark shape.
Mm-hmm.
Beep 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 beep. Pecs, abs, right, yep, and then legs.
Yep.
This is what a shark person should look like. But so when you make them have, like, all of a sudden tiny head and, like, big people body, It's not a shark anymore. So king shark is pretty spot on because it is just shark man. That was pretty good too, though. Is that an orca? Or is that a shark?
No, it's a shark. I think that's supposed to be a scar.
It does say shorka on the top.
Orca.
It says
It
shorka.
does.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess it is
Dracula.
a short god shark orca hybrid. Oh well, it's still cool looking.
Orcas are mammals, so that's fair. It's the same. It's closer to people than not. Land shark. Pizza. Man. That's a dumb bit. I don't know why that stuck with me for so long. If you weren't alive during the 80s and 90s, look up land shark. There's an SNL skit. It's funny. It's nonsensical, but it's funny. I want to make this like, let's go deep into the paint. Can you imagine being a fish person and being like, I can control sand?
No.
Get the fuck out of here, you weirdo. Like, no one believes you. You're
I'm
just...
just thinking of back in the olden days of the animated Aladdin show. There was an episode I remember seeing where there was like a sand shark that they had to fight.
That would not surprise me.
Yep. And like its body was covered in a bunch of jewels from caravans that it attacked and ate.
I mean, if I was a land shark, that's what I'd do. I'd eat metal. I'm alright. That's that place for that bowl.
Sure.
Yep, I just slapped a bowl off my desk.
Kind of sounded like you punched a cutlery drawer.
That's kind of what happened. I moved my hand over to click on Corvus's link, and I just like dragging a possum off the field. Now!
They're like hissing too.
Oh, is there sound?
You can't really see it or hear it because there's a voiceover from like commentators, but it's just you can see where it's like starts kind of yelling more.
Yep. Funny. They're funny. Oh, possums.
Opossum.
Auto parts? Elliot, welcome in.
Yeah.
The last beanbender, welcome in as well. Knock knock, who's there? Land shark. I mean mailman. Yeah, exactly. John knows what's up. I remember the Zoids, the sharks were saying submarines. Man, I don't think I ever watched the Zoids, but like they had really cool toys because like you had to build them. I dare you to draw Wyoming. The state? Yeah. That's my question. I'm a little confused.
Nobody's been able to make me do something I didn't want to do by daring me to do it since I was 4 years old.
You can't dare me to do things. This is a capitalist society. You have to pay me. Why would you want somebody to draw you Wyoming? Now I'm just curious, because that's confusing.
Especially because there are much more interesting states and countries to draw.
We gotta get the sand in here. What's more interesting than Wyoming? I can think of 48 other things more interesting than Wyoming. Taking into account that Montana is less interesting.
But only just.
But only just. There's an argument that John Green lives there, but that's really it.
It's nice to visit because you can go mountain climbing and hiking and horseback riding.
Yeah, I can do all that in Idaho.
Wow.
Or Utah or Nevada or California or
But then you won't have to deal with. You would have less crazy people in Montana. Than
Yeah,
Idaho.
but Montana's owned by the there are less, but the level of crazy is a little different. Montana's a silly place. To quote King Arthur. God, I haven't been to Montana in like 30 years. That can't be true. I'll have to look that up.
I have only ever driven through Montana.
Hank is the only one that lives in Montana.
He
Oh,
owns
Hank is the
Montana.
one. Did I say John Green? Okay, I missed it up. I wouldn't do that last bean butter because that is illegal, very illegal and dangerous. Don't do that. Why are you coming in here starting stuff? That's the other question. How do I draw sand? That's the biggest problem I'm having right now. How do I draw sand? Oh, particulates. Maybe I draw like a ball. Have it be kind of crumbly. Just want to see you draw a rectangle. I see.
A rectangle I'll draw, but Wyoming? No.
course, that's a good
But it
reference.
seems because you're drawing a sling staff, I actually had to like Google like how in the world do people use sling staffs? Huh, okay. Basically a handheld trebuchet.
Yep,
Yeah.
I have looked at these before.
Because I was like, if you swing it around, it ain't gonna do anything if you don't have a way of just letting go.
Went over to the border to Canada to buy stuff with my name on it. I nearly blew off a minivan. Same trip. Nice.
Apparently they're remastering Risk of Rain, the first one. That could be kind of cool. Second Risk of Rain's all right, but the first one's pretty
Don't know
good.
what you're talking about.
It's a platformer roguelike, but it's multiplayer, so it's a lot of fun.
It's one of my brother's favorite games.
It's very, very RNG heavy, which is kind of like the only downside to it.
Yeah.
Lots of characters, lots of unique stuff. It's pretty good.
Lots of flashing lights, lots of explosions.
Lots of rain.
Yeah, pretty satisfying. Do halflings have the hairy feet?
That's a good question.
Or did they stay distinct?
I don't know.
I only have the Canadian Olympic gear to show for it. The minivan's long gone. Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I don't know. I would just give them the furry feet. I think that's fine. 5e, I think everybody just has shoes, so...
Shoes are for squares. No. Honestly, if I was dungeon diving, even I would wear shoes.
Yep.
Don't step on the poop.
Or the poop covered spikes.
Or what you think is poop is just an ooze getting ready to dissolve off your foot.
Black pudding's just sentient poop.
D&D halflings wear shoes. They stopped being hobbits after 2.5. Got it. Would you lose 30 years of your lifetime for $100 billion? Interesting question.
Sounds like someone's a hag.
Yeah.
I need some clarification. Is that
Which 30
losing?
years?
Yeah, am I losing 30 years off of like an average person's life, or is it off of my life specifically? Because if you take 30 years off of me, given my health issues, that might be it. So it wouldn't be worth it.
Fade the dust.
Not sure if I have 30 years left.
Do they have to be consecutive? Average person's lifespan. So you only get to live to be at least what, like 50 something? What's the average lifespan right now? Like 86? I feel like that's even high.
Yeah, I think it's 77, 78.
A baboon sphinx would look crazy. Yeah, it would. Maybe an ibis.
If it's
frog.
off of an average person's lifespan, then abso-fucking-lutely.
Alberto
I don't think
Nunez.
I'm losing anything.
If you have a design for a sphinx that didn't have a person's face, what kind of face would you replace it with? I mean, that makes the sphinx a sphinx, doesn't it? If you give it a lion's face, it just turns it into a Digimon. So.
Well, not necessarily true, because in Egypt there were several types of sphinxes. There was like sphinxes that had a ram's head and
Really? I didn't know
the
that.
obvious people head. Yeah.
I think it would depend
Technically.
on the context of the Sphinx. Like, it wouldn't make sense for there to be a Sphinx with a goat head in the middle of New York, right? Like, I think the person head makes a lot more sense there. But depending on your story, like, I'd look for the contextual clues of the environment you're putting it in, and then choose that way.
Because I know in both Pathfinder and D&D you got the normal like human face sphinxes, and then you got like the animal sphinxes. Like
Interesting.
there's a sphinx that has a falcon head, which yes, technically does make it just a griffin, but kind of. There's also a pseudo sphinx that's a familiar and whiny that's just like has a body of a house cat and wings and has a monkey face.
I will, Elliot. I'll tell you right now. If you want to sponsor a stream and make it a Digimon stream, I'm on board. I'm gonna be drawing some like Angel Woman stuff. That's it. That's all it's gonna be.
You want to pay me $100 for a 3-hour-long Digimon stream? Let's do it. It'll be on Picardo, and
I mean,
no, I had 10,000 subscribers. It's $200 now. Ow. Next week, we're probably going to be doing a Pokemon stream. I have a commission to draw a Goose Gator. So that's going to be a weird stream. But, yeah.
Goose Gator.
Goose Gator, yeah. I asked him, I'm like, is that supposed to be like a Pokemon? Or is it like I want a cute design for a sticker that's a Goose Gator. And I was like, okay, I can come up with something for that. Pokemon is fine. And I was like, sweet. So I'm probably gonna do like a fur alligator, but with like gooseneck,
Oh,
or fur alligator but just with a bill. It's gonna look like a reptile platypus.
as of 2020, the average expectancy for people living in the U.S. is 77.28 years.
Hey, I was right on the money.
Yeah.
It's 80 in the UK.
Well, yeah, that's because they have free healthcare.
Yeah, so once again, like, I could die tomorrow, right? So, like, take it. Take that. You take that bet. Knowing full well, like, because that's the question, is, like, how are you doing the trading? Does the givey know when you were supposed to die, and so they just come and kill you? Or, are they guessing that you would have died at 77, so they're just gonna kill you at 47? Because then you don't know, like, oh, it could have been longer than that. There's a lot of questions. Probably not a good bet to make.
And the global expectancy is 73.
Turduckagator? Yeah. Alagoose. Alagoose is pretty good.
Halagoose.
We'll figure that out next week, though. I think I'm done. I think my brain is spent.
Next stop on Dragon Ball Z.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. Elliot, if you want to sponsor a stream and dictate what we draw, I'm down. Throw a number at me, because I've yet to actually have one, like a sponsored stream. So if you're willing to let that be a trial thing, get some people together, and I'll give you shout outs and stuff too. We'll figure that out. But,
Our temporary patron for the stream today is
Yep.
so-and-so.
MeUndies. What was the other one the McElroys did all the time? I don't remember now. It wasn't Loot Crate. Maybe it was Loot Crate. I feel like it was something food related. Something fresh.
HelloFresh?
HelloFresh.
Could have been HelloFresh. Do you hate going to the store and shopping? No. How about cooking? No, I like cooking. Never mind. That's how I always feel about those. Would you like to pay extra money for us to bring you food and then tell you how to cook it? I would not. I would not like that a lot.
Yeah, I got gifted a free, like little meal box from Blue Apron.
Hmm.
Basically, if you don't live in a city, just don't bother with those things.
Yeah.
Because by the time you get to it, the stuff is going to be damaged. They were packed in these, like, ice packs, but by the time it got to me, they were all melted, and one of them ruptured.
Oh, no. That's no good.
So, yeah.
Now sponsored by the Farmer's Dog. I am not a proud man. You give me something to say, and if I think it's appropriate, I'll do it. It's going to be fun. That being said, I don't want to, like... That's why it'll be on Picardo. Not on YouTube. I will make a fool of myself. But I won't be a dick about it. I don't actually want to sponsor any products that I think may be, harmful or bad. Which is why I haven't, like, been reaching out. Because even, like, HelloFresh, yeah, it's like... I'd love HelloFresh money, but at the same time, I don't really believe in HelloFresh. Like, it's not something I'm interested in. And so I would feel really bad trying to be a sponsor for it. So, yeah, I don't know.
I say, is Loot Crate even still a thing anymore?
I don't think so. I think they stopped doing it. I think it got taken over by something else, and they... Like, I think it's still a thing, but they don't do it the same way they used to. Because it used to be, like, overflow.
Actually... Yeah.
And one of my friends had it, and it's like, yeah, we just got a bunch of weird pins from things we didn't know what they were. Instead of having, like, this is the Mario crate, and then they do that. It's It's less targeted now.
Weird. Because I know they had the option for that before, where like you could just like get a reduced price on just kind of
Oh, maybe that's what
things
happened.
that were left over from previous boxes.
That could have been. He
I
might have
know
just gotten
I-
gifted that, and then that was the experience that I heard of.
Yeah. Because I've gotten stuff from them before. I got a little Frodo, kind of like a little chibi Frodo statue.
Yeah, the established titles thing was like, that was a big... You know what? I can do this. Just chatting. I'm done drawing. Druid, you can keep drawing if you want. Yeah, the established title thing is a good point to make. Like, it's one of those things that, like, it's definitely a scam, yeah, but like, from the outside, it's a novelty thing, right? So it's like, oh, that's kind of neat. But then the fact that like it is just a scam is it sucks, because it's like, did people not realize what they were buying? Like, do you actually believe
some
in that?
people bought into it because like the little plot of land would be like kind of protected, and you could have like they would like plant trees on, because that was the thing that they started talking about as well. And then it's just like they weren't doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's 1 square foot.
Yeah.
Name a star scheme.
Or-
Yeah, same thing. Same thing. We'll name a star after somebody. It's like, this is
Yeah.
you're buying a fancy piece of paper.
That's all it is. I'm done.
Okay, I think I'm probably gonna call it there. It's 2 o'clock. If you haven't seen the Devil video, go watch the Devil video. It's pretty great. A friend of the channel, Sierra Toison, is going to be streaming for charity tonight at midnight on Twitch. I wanted to give her a shout out. I don't have a link for that, but I should get a link for that. I'll try to put one in the Discord. I believe they're streaming for... Oh, no, I always forget the charity. It's a 25-hour stream, and it's very specific, and I'm just bad at memory. But, yeah, go check that out. Give them
So
some...
is probably midnight for Central Standard Time here in the U.S. So...
Yeah,
Quite
so
neat
compared to
stuff.
when I normally stream, I think that's going to be... I think it's going to be like 8 o'clock Pacific, I want to say. Maybe not. It might be a little less than that.
And it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning for me.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be 1 o'clock more for you. So, but it's a 25-hour stream. Check it out tomorrow. I'll probably be there just hanging out most of the day. I'll be hanging out at Kevin, the Necromancer's house, because Lars is coming into town. So I won't be on the Discord much, but I will probably be there. If you guys want to hang out with us there, that would be great. Show the love. Make the stream poppin'. Donate some money to charity, because it's a good idea. Other than that, that's all I have for you guys this week. Go check out the video. Leave a comment on it if you haven't already. The comments and the likes on any of my videos are huge. Like, it's amazing how hitting 100 likes on a video within the first hour just changes the whole way the video works. So, always, just go through, watch some videos, watch your favorite video, leave a comment on it, thumbs it up. That's all I got. Thanks again. We'll put these on the Discord so people can use them. And otherwise, stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll see you all next week, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.